Welcome to a Foreman Deep Dive. This week's is by Ondrej, who's going to demo a new Foreman and Katello plugin that provides a build pipeline. So questions can be submitted through the Q&A app on the Google Plus page or on the YouTube stream, and we'll try and get to those throughout the course of the demo. Over to you.
Hi, thanks for introduction. Today I will be doing a demo of Foreman-pipeline, which is a plugin for Foreman and Katello, and it aims to make them talk to Jenkins CI server. Basically, this plugin allows you to configure a job, and when this job is triggered, it provisions new hosts, contacts Jenkins CI server, tells it what to build, and supplies information from newly provisioned hosts to the build. And based on the build's results, then it can promote a content view to the next environment. Today I'll show you how to configure a job and what you have to do to make Foreman talk to Jenkins server. So basically there are two new items, jobs and Jenkins instances. Jobs is the page you are looking at right now, and Jenkins instances, I'll get into those a bit later. So I'll just go ahead and create a new job. Let's call it demo. Okay, now I can choose when this job is triggered. Right now any combination is possible, but I guess maybe they should be mutually exclusive, but I'll settle now for manual. Let's say okay. We're in the details pane, and I need all these things to for my job to run. So let's configure the content view first. Okay, I'll add this one. It's a non-composite content view. It contains one repository with some fake packages. I have details right here, so there are 32 packages. Nothing special about that. Let's move on to host group. Again, I have my host group prepared. Let's set it. Basically, let's look at the details now. I have my host group prepared for unattended provisioning. I have my smart proxies. I also have a compute profile, which will be important right in the next step. And then I will be provisioning. I usually provision CentOS. Okay, I guess that's all about host groups. Let's go back to our job. Okay, compute resource. Again, I have compute resource prepared. It is important to set host group first, because only the host group, only the compute resources that have that are configured for this profile are displayed in the table. So as you can see, I have here with the compute profile, and it has one compute resource, which is the one I've just set for our job. Okay, Jenkins servers. There are no Jenkins servers now, and that's when Jenkins instances come into play. So I'll create a new one. Let's call it Jenkins. I think it's running right here. I have some jobs, some Jenkins projects. None of these really do anything significant, but we'll see that later. Okay, so I'll just add this URL because, well, my Jenkins is running on JenkinsExample.com 88 So Jenkins Home, which is usually Jenkins for Red Hat family operating systems, but Jenkins Home may be changed. So if you change to Jenkins Home, you have to. That's why you have to specify it here. And certificate path. We need a certificate for communication. There are things that run in the background during the creation of Jenkins instance. So we need certificate for that, and certificates has to be generated and established and set up manually. Unfortunately, I have the whole process described on wiki pages. It's 5 or 6 steps. So these are the instructions that have to be done before creating a new Jenkins instance. I've done these before, so I have my certificates already set up, and I'm not going to do that now because I'll be just copy-pasting those commands into my console. So my certificate. Okay, so let's try and save. Looks okay. So let's try if we can actually reach our Jenkins server. And yes, everything seems to be working. We got back the version of our server. So yes, now that we have a Jenkins instance, we can assign it to our job. So here it is. Let's set it. And we have to also authenticate against Jenkins server. I'm logged in as Prazak, and we usually don't allow just anyone to run builds in our server. So that's why we need user. So let's create user. Let's create a new one. And I'll need a token which I can get in my Jenkins instance in Google. Perhaps not. Perhaps it's different menu. Oh, I'm not logged in, so let's try again. Manage users. Configure, show token. I'll just do this one. Okay. And now I have a user. Okay. Next thing in the process is environment. So I'll choose library, and as last I'll choose my Jenkins project. Currently I have assigned none to the job, so I'll go and look. Okay, you can see that I don't display the all the projects that are on my Jenkins. I just look for them by name because I assume that you know which project you want to build or assign to your job. Okay, so I added one project. Oh, let's add another one, maybe this one. Okay, now if I go back, I should have two projects in my job. And let's look at the details. Because this job has build parameters, and it can be built with different, well, parameters or values. And I want to supply it with information from my newly provisioned host. So I can use CRB templating and do something like this. And this adds into first parameter my host IP. Okay, yeah, I can do also something like this. And I will add all the, I will supply the names of all the packages I have in my content view, and Jenkins can use that for the build. So that's about it for the parameters. Now if I look into the details, it seems that I have configured everything that I need for my job to run. So if I click run job now, it would start, it would execute, but I'm not going to do that now because we would have to wait for a host to provision, and it can, the whole run can take a long time. So instead, I'll show you Dynflow console of the job that I ran earlier, and it's basically what we would get if I ran the job I now configured. So first, activation key is created, and then provisioning of the host starts. Host is registered to the content view through newly created activation key. Then we wait until the host is ready, and we retrieve the information, and then we can contact Jenkins server with request on the build. If I click on the details, you can see that I supply host ID, name, everything, details, activation key, the packages that I have in my content view, and in the output you can see the total count of Jenkins projects that were built were 2, none failed, all were successful, and that's why the content view got promoted to the next environment. If any of the jobs of the builds on our Jenkins fails, then this step gets skipped and content view doesn't get promoted. One final thing that I'd like to say is that you can actually chain the jobs, and you chain them by configuring them for different environments. In that way, you can move a content view along the environment path. So I have the demo job configured for content view, which is a first content view. I have it for library. As you can see, yes, as you can see, first content view is in the last version is now in the library. So if I trigger our demo job, it can potentially move this content view from library to the next one, which is plugin. I have here plugin environment and job, which I configured earlier, and I allowed it to run on publish or promote when its content view is published or promote. As a content view, it also has a first content view, and as environment, it has a plugin. It has plugin. So basically, now if I start demo job and it promotes content view to plugin, this plugin end job starts automatically because it's triggered on by the event publish or promote. So this is kind of difficult to explain, or not sure if I explained it correctly. So I'd like you perhaps to see this live. I have to set a Jenkins instance here first, so our job would actually run. Also user. Okay. But again, it can take a long time for the job to run. So for the purposes of this demo, I will try to do a quick version, which means that I'll skip the host provisioning. I have all the crucial parts of code already commented. I commented these inflow actions, which are responsible for host provisioning. I'll create some fake information which I will supply to the action that that initiates the build on the Jenkins server. And okay, I'll comment this. Let's this. And yeah. Maybe one final thing, I'll check if this job has any project, which I think it does not. Okay, it has one project. And it has no parameters, so I think we should be okay. And if I haven't neglected anything, then I suppose this should run. So successfully started. Let's take a look here, and we can see that we have two jobs in a build queue, and it started to build one project. I have only one executor on this Jenkins to see what's actually going on. What's going on here? Yeah.
So while this is running, we've had a couple of questions come in from Ivan.
Okay.
So the first is a suggestion, which is, how about the user being set per Jenkins instance rather than being set per job?
Okay. I think I will discuss it with him. It's certainly an option. Okay. Now we can see that plugin test started to build, which was assigned to our second job. So our second job was triggered automatically. And yes, okay. Second job. Second question.
So the second question is, Does the job always promote the content view to the next environment when the tests have passed successfully?
Yes, when the test passes, then it gets promoted to the next environment.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, it looks like everything is built here. And in our console, okay, let me just reload this. And let's have a look here. As you can see, content view now moved from library into plugin and into module. And our jobs, you can see everything is green on Jenkins server, so they built successfully. And let's look at the details of the last build. They were, oh, I have perhaps typo here, but we can see that in the first param we got an IP address that was supplied in our in our job, that was configured during the job configuration. So this build occurred with this value in this first param. So yes, that's about it from me. Are there any more questions?
No more have come in, so thank you very much for the demo. The recording will go up on the website and the YouTube feed as usual. If there are any questions that come in after, it's probably best to send them to the Foreman Dev mailing list. There is a thread on there about this, or follow up in YouTube comments or somewhere. So thank you very much.
Okay, thank you.